there's just it's crazy how fast you can kind of find it. I mean, and then we can look at bestsellers. Right now we're on hot new releases, so we can see the top 100 for bestsellers. We can see the most wished for. We can see gift ideas. Right, gifts are an amazing way to kind of create less price sensitivity for your customers, because if people are buying them as gifts or whatever the products are as gifts, then they're much more likely to spend more and be a little bit less kind of price sensitive to whether or not the sale is actually made. So gift ideas is always something that I look very closely at. Again, there's kind of a lot of reviews here, but we do see, always remember you're braver. A couple ornaments here. I like to jump into some of the later ones, though, just because you can kind of find some gems at the back because people aren't looking at it as often as they're looking at the kind of first pages. So we see $600,000 a month here. That's pretty crazy. I wouldn't mind $600,000 a month. So we're gonna organize by revenue, and we see some here like right under 100 reviews. A diffuser, right? We see 18 reviews here. Baby diaper caddy organizer, right? This might be a good one. It is fulfilled by Amazon, which means that it does have Prime shipping available, but again, that's not necessarily an instant kill. And we could extract, a bunch of pages here and do kind of the same thing that we were just doing. Jungle Scout is cool too because you can kind of see associated keywords. It gives you a word cloud, like what the most kind of popular keywords are for these specific searches. You can also see Google Trends. So let's say that we found one here that has $22,000 with 18 reviews. So we could run Jungle Scout here, and we could actually, the keyword trends will only applies to search terms to view. Okay, so we could go baby diaper caddy, baby diaper caddy, and then we could run a Google Trends here. And it would kind of save us some time so we don't have to like have all these different tools open. Let's try diaper caddy. All right, so we see a lot of sustained demand here, up in the 90s for parts of the year. It looks like it peaks up until the hundreds, at certain times of the year. Obviously, there's a lot of interest in Canada and the USA. So it would be something that we might be interested in, right? We see medium demand here with low competition. And if you guys want, I will include the link for Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout is an incredible tool, whether or not you're selling on Amazon itself or you're selling via Shopify in e-commerce. Amazon is the biggest store and database of product data anywhere in the world. And so regardless of whether or not you're selling on Amazon specifically, you can still get a ton of information of how to create your store, right? It takes the kind of guesswork out of it for you. We know that $22,000 of revenue per month for this baby diaper caddy organizer, right? And we only 18 reviews here. So, it's definitely something that we would want to kind of keep in mind when we're doing product research, regardless of whether or not it is for Amazon or for Shopify and dropshipping. So those are some of the cool ways that I like to kind of do product research here. I want to go into just one more thing that can be kind of interesting to look at. So if we go into home and kitchen, and let's go into bestsellers here. Movers and shakers is also something I want to talk about really quickly. Movers and shakers kind of gives you a little glance into how Amazon organizes its products, right? So if you ever wonder to yourself, when I type in, aquarium, how does Amazon decide what appears first, right? So there's PPC and there's paid ads and there's all that, but really in the most basic sense, how Amazon organizes what products appear first for what search terms is based on sales velocity, right? And so we can see here that the sales rank of this used to be 2 million. Now it's 393. This means that it's the 393rd product out of all of the different products in home and kitchen from a sales rank perspective. So it's selling better than millions of products. Only 392 other products are selling better than this product, right, from a sales velocity perspective. So it's really shot up. And so I like to look at movers and shakers to kind of see what is becoming popular now and really try to understand kind of what that is, right? So Chills Ice Ball Maker mold, right? So these actually create like specific shaped ice cubes, which would be a great novelty item for an e-commerce store. You know, you could have skull shapes, you could have Death Star shapes, you could have, you know, sexual shapes, or, you know, any type of novelty gift items that really would, you know, pique the interest of people. And you can really prove that by you know, searching those products on Amazon and seeing what is actually selling, right? So the movers and shakers is very useful. But what I wanted to actually show here is, let's take a look at a seller. I don't know if this one will necessarily work, but again, similar to when we're doing kind of product research on AliExpress, we can come in and we can click their seller profile. And similar to how we were doing before, organizing by best sellers, we can actually take a look at Jungle Scout, the Chrome extension here, and these are all of the products sold by the same seller. And so we can get some other ideas. Even if we came to this product because we saw only one of their products on the bestseller list, now all of a sudden we have all of these different products to take a look at. And so if we organize by revenue here, we can see, you know, they sell a grill mat they're doing $30,000 a month here. But also, what is this? So they're selling a pet seat cover, right? And these are totally unrelated products, which isn't what we would want to necessarily do in Shopify, because we do want to find our specific sub niche, right? But, you know, we could maybe find a product that we would never have otherwise even known about. You know, they're selling retractable dog leashes. They're selling all types of different things here. And so usually when I find, you know, cool products or products that pique my interest or have, you know, very nice numbers or something like that, I'll just come into their store, click their actual seller profile name here, and then you can just run Jungle Scout and you can see all different types of products that this specific seller is selling. And then you can see a bunch of different kind of metrics, right? So we see this seller is doing an insane amount of revenue from a shower curtain perspective, but we also see some outliers here, right? We see 37 reviews with $76,000 in revenue, right? And they're doing that from a shower curtain. So shower curtains are generic, right? These are very generic shower curtains. These people might be buying this for apartment complexes or things like that. But shower curtains can become very sub-niched, right? So I think a lot of you guys are probably getting this now and kind of understanding how you kind of create and carve out your portion of any specific product niche, right? So we can make, you know, we can make shower curtains with anything on them. It could be, you know, beautiful beach scenes, or it could be, you know, popular scenes from movies. It could be full of memes. It could be, you know, any like you know, popular show of the time. Anything that you want, right? You can print onto these shower curtains, and your manufacturers can do it for you, and they can literally, you know, just create whatever you want only after you have the sale. So it's a really beautiful business model. And you know, these people who are all selling FBA have the disadvantage that you will not have, because they have to actually purchase all of these products in bulk, right? So they're probably buying, you know, 10,000 shower curtains, shipping them from China in a huge container, you know, taking all that upfront risk, and then, you know, it is obviously paying off for them. But if they weren't able to sell it, then it would be, you know, a huge waste. And so the beauty of drop shipping, I promise I'll try to stop saying this, but it really is just a magical business model. The beauty of drop shipping is there's no upfront risk or upfront capital to actually get into the business. And so the last thing I want to talk about from an Amazon perspective is what is restricted to sell on Amazon. So Amazon does not allow people to sell certain things, right? They don't allow you to sell alcohol. They don't allow you to sell, you know, drugs and drug paraphernalia, right? There's a lot of, you know, e-commerce stores out there that sell like little pipes and things like that. Amazon does not allow you to sell that. I have friends who just did such amazing things with a, you know, e-cigarette perspective. I have a friend who basically started a course on how to quit cigarettes because he was addicted to cigarettes, and he started a digital course on how to quit cigarettes, and then he basically had an upsell at the end of his course where he sold people you know, e-cigarette products to help wean them off of nicotine and then eventually, you know, stop smoking altogether. And so, you know, that type of creativity is really how people differentiate themselves from an e-commerce perspective, trying to build these, you know, large businesses and infrastructures up from nothing, all just handling the logistics, right? It's a beautiful thing not having any type of overhead, you know, or the necessity of rent or any type of, you know, expenses to rent out space in an office building or anything, right? We're building a fully sustainable business only from our laptops. That's the true beauty, right? And so you can come in here and you can take a look at all of these. All I did to find this, by the way, is I just searched Amazon restricted products. And so we're looking at restricted products, tobacco and tobacco products, and this gives us a lot of ideas, right? So we can search ashtrays. Maybe we come up with custom ashtrays, cigar cutters, cigarette papers, hookahs, humidors, right? All of these, I can guarantee you guys, all of these exist as e-commerce stores. And figuring out what your sub niche of these niches are is really going to, make you a ton of money. And Amazon has a lot of different restricted product categories. You just have to kind of do the work to figure out which categories are restricted on Amazon, which products are restricted on Amazon, because it cuts out a lot of your competition immediately. And then you have to figure out, okay, am I allowed to actually advertise this on Facebook? Because Facebook does not allow you to advertise specific products on Facebook. Obviously, it would be offensive if there was just like a huge dildo popping up on everyone's Facebook feed. And so, it has a lot of logic to do with it. But again, just Google search Facebook ad restrictions, or like what products can I not advertise on Facebook? Read through it, find the gaps, guys. I can't do it for you for this specific one, but trust me when I tell you that some of my most successful e-commerce businesses are products that are restricted on Amazon. So, most of my competition is immediately gone, and products that I am allowed to advertise on Facebook. If you can find those niches, you are going to have a great time, guys. So I hope that helped. That's kind of a light speed summary of how to how to do product research on Amazon. Obviously, there are, so many more ways. Amazon is an unbelievably vast company, but that's kind of the, light speed summary of how to do product research for drop shipping and Shopify on Amazon, right? We talked about how to kind of look at which products are restricted on Amazon and how to leverage their restriction into building an e-commerce business outside of Amazon, right? With less competition and more profit. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we'll see you on the next one.